Unlocking conversations. Using could in indirect questions. Hello, language enthusiasts. Today, we're going to dive into the world of conversational English with a focus on indirect questions. More specifically, we're exploring how the modal verb could comes into play. Understanding the use of could can open doors to polite, considerate, and tactful communication. Let's get started. Could is a modal verb that we often use to make questions and requests more polite. For example, could you pass me the salt, please? Or, could I borrow your pen? Are direct questions that are more polite than simply asking, can you pass the salt? Or, can I borrow your pen? But how does could work in indirect questions? Well, we use it in much the same way, but instead of making a direct request or question, we're embedding the question within a statement or another question. Now that we've grasped the basics, let's look at some examples of how could can be used in indirect questions. Instead of saying, could you tell me the time? A direct question. You might say, I was wondering if you could tell me the time. An indirect question. Instead of asking, could you pass the salt? A direct question. You could say, would you mind if you could pass the salt? An indirect question. Using could in this way softens the question and makes it more polite. Practice is key to mastering any language concept. Let's practice with these sentences. I'll give you a direct question, and you try to turn it into an indirect question using could. 1. Could you lend me your book? 2. Could I leave early today? 3. Could you help me with this task? Give it a go, and remember, the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll get. There you have it, folks. We've learned about using could in indirect questions, examined some examples, and even practiced a bit. Remember, could is a versatile tool to make your questions more polite and considerate, especially in indirect questions. Keep practicing, and you'll find that your conversational English will become more fluent and tactful. Until next time, happy learning!